It usually starts with good intentions. I sit down, determined to get something done. I even open the document, line up my workspace, maybe pour a cup of coffee, and then somehow, without noticing, I find myself scrolling through articles I don't remember clicking, watching videos I didn't plan to watch, or deeply analyzing whether I should rearrange my desktop icons. Again, this is procrastination, not laziness, not a lack of willpower, but something deeper, wired into how our brains are designed to handle discomfort, fear, and time. Psychologically, procrastination is a coping mechanism. When I delay a task, it's often because my brain has categorized it as unpleasant, overwhelming, or uncertain. Tasks that trigger feelings of anxiety, boredom, or self-doubt tend to get pushed aside in favor of more comfortable distractions. It's not that I don't care. It's that the emotional discomfort attached to the task is greater than the immediate reward of completing it. At the root of this is something called temporal discounting. My brain prefers rewards that are immediate and tangible over ones that are distant and abstract. Even if the long-term outcome is more valuable, the short-term pleasure of checking social media or reorganizing files is more tempting. It's a battle between the impulsive, emotional parts of the brain, mainly the limbic system, and the rational, future-focused prefrontal cortex. The former is fast, instinctive, and reward-driven. The latter is slower, logical, and future-oriented. Philosophically, procrastination speaks to the tension between who I am and who I want to be. I imagine a future version of myself who is always focused, productive, and balanced. But that version only exists in thought. The present version, the one sitting at the desk, has to deal with the messy reality of emotions, uncertainty, and limited energy. When I procrastinate, it's often not about time management. It's about emotion management. Avoiding a task can be a way of avoiding the feelings it brings up. Fear of failure, fear of not being good enough, fear of judgment. Sometimes it's perfectionism in disguise, where the pressure to do something perfectly leads to doing nothing at all. To counter this, I've found that the solution isn't forcing motivation, but reducing resistance. Breaking tasks into smaller parts helps, not to finish them all at once, but just to start. Momentum is more reliable than motivation. Starting something simple, like writing one sentence or reviewing one slide, often leads naturally into doing more. But I have to get past the initial friction. Another useful approach is reframing how I think about the task. Instead of focusing on the outcome or how much I have to do, I focus on process. I remind myself that doing something poorly is still progress, that the value lies in showing up, not in being perfect. In the end, procrastination isn't a flaw to eliminate. It's a pattern to understand. The more I learn about how my mind works, the more I can create conditions where focus becomes easier and action feels safer. Not every day will be productive, but every moment of awareness gives me a better chance of making the next one count.